All right, deflect, distract, and just disappear. That pretty much sums up the Harris-Walz campaign. Now, shockingly enough, and this was shocking to me, Axios just published a devastating piece comparing Harris to Biden and then cataloging her flip-flops on everything from banning plastic straws, she's not for that, and, of course, banning fracking and confiscating guns. But the queen of cool, she might not wear Ray-Bans like Joe, but of course she flip-flops, but she's just as inarticulate as well. And the rare time she does an interview, like she just did with Univision Radio, it too is short and scripted. Listen to the sound of the pages literally flipping.
Listen, I think that it's time to move forward and to chart a new way forward. And we need to turn the page on this Trump era.
Literally turn the page on the notes. And her running mate is more like a running away from questions mate. I think he should really consider patenting it, calling it Tim's Selfie Shield.
Governor, are you going to take any policy questions?
Governor, what do you? Governor Wall.
I love that, the running away mate. Joining us now, Sean Duffy, co-host of The Bottom Line on Fox Business, and also Stacy Washington, host of Stacy on the Right on Sirius XM Patriot Radio. Sean, it's really becoming comical. Like, it's that old commercial from the 70s. Can't hear you, honey. Water's running. Remember, like the selfie. She's on the cell phone pretending she's on a call. But the media is almost now, in some cases, getting embarrassed by this because it makes them look terrible, too.
So here's the thing that's happening with the media, right? So they've been, for what, 6 weeks now, covering for her as long as she's been the vice president or the presidential candidate. But they know what's coming on Tuesday night. They can't protect her on Tuesday night. She'll be on the stage by herself with Donald Trump, getting questions, not just from ABC, but also from Trump himself. They can't protect her. So I think before she goes out and embarrasses herself and is going to be a word salad, they want to actually have some criticism, some journalistic integrity, where they're going to actually do some reporting on Kamala Harris. They're covering their asses is what they're doing, Laura, with some of this reporting. But and again, they're doing it because they don't have trust and faith that she can actually deliver on Tuesday night.
An article in Vox today reads, 2 months out from the presidential election, there's rampant speculation about what a Harris doctrine for foreign policy could look like when it comes to that. The analysis often comes down to the use of the buzzword of the moment, vibes. Stacy, vibes? That's what we're voting for
Laura.
in foreign policy?
This is the totally unserious candidate that the Democrats have foisted upon us, a woman who is really running a stock photo candidacy in an instant cup of noodles campaign. And we can't trust her to close the southern border. Laura, we're talking about millions, tens of millions of people have come into the country, an uptick in crime. You mentioned earlier in the segment all of the women and children who've been raped, kidnapped, murdered in broad daylight in our parks and streams. And so what are we talking about here for her foreign policy? There is no Harris doctrine. She can't possibly sit in a room with Vladimir Putin or any of the other world leaders and be taken seriously if she can't sit down for an interview by herself here in this own country. And I'm looking forward to seeing her stand up next to Donald Trump. It's going to be pretty epic because she's going to finally have to speak for herself without assistance.
Today on MSNBC, Chris Cillizza admitted something about Harris.
Remember, she's the most known person in the country. Most people know she's the vice president of the United States. Ask them to tell you one or two other things about her, particularly among swing voters in swing states, they might struggle a little bit. So this will be, the last 2 months of this campaign are a battle to define her.
Sean, we know who she is, right? We've seen who she is. And, last year the media was kind of ridiculing her as the Kamala Harris problem cover story in The Atlantic. But now it's, she's redefining herself. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, well, Laura, we know who she is. And those who kind of live and breathe politics know who Kamala Harris is because we followed her very uneventful vice presidency. But there's a lot of Americans who don't do that like we do. They don't know who she is. They know she was the vice president. They know she's running for president. And Kamala doesn't want them to get to know her. She doesn't want them to know her record. right? How was the Biden-Harris administration done on foreign policy? To your point, they had peace 4 years ago. We have, hot spots all over the world now. They don't want to talk about that, or inflation, or the border, because again, the best predictor of the future is what's happened in the past, right? They want to turn the page in the past, because the past, if it's any indicator of the future, it's not too bright for the American people. And so again, don't know my record, don't know my policies, don't look at my interviews, just vote on vibes. I'm joyful. Let's roll, America, get a little groove going in there, and maybe cook up some salsa.
Well, there's a good taco recipe out there too. All right, Sean and Stacy, thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.